Finding of what motivates you, Nick Vujicic. Motivation is something that is sought out by everyone in some form or another. It is a driving force that causes us to want to do better or to change something that we might be doing. Motivational speaker Nick Vujicic talks about how he found motivation even though he was born a paraplegic in the video that we watched. He talks about how he found motivation through Christ and loving others. People find motivation in all kinds of different forms throughout their life. Motivation is something that is difficult to find at times and is even harder to hold on to. We are constantly searching for motivation because we are not ever satisfied. We are always looking for an opportunity to find something better. Different things and emotions can give people motivation, but at the same time, things and emotions can cause people to lose motivation. People find motivation in all sorts of ways. Some people might find motivation from the desire to be best at whatever it is that they may do. Others might find motivation through money or trophies. So to answer the question of what motivates you, I am writing this essay. For me, I find motivation to be the best Christian example for others that I can be. Guys like Nick Vujicic really inspire and motivate me because he does not let his physical condition keep him from moving forward and living the life that he wants to live. Another one of the #1 motivational factors for people is the desire to be happy. People use humanistic perspectives to boost morale and hopes to help find happiness. Nick talks a lot about how people desire to happy in his video. He talks about how people are always striving to find new ways to make them happy. This is because the feeling of happiness is temporary. Happiness is simply a state emotion of feeling good, and is a temporary, good, positive feeling comes in different flavors. Our emotions impact heavily on what motivates us. Things like our self-esteem can control our motivations for the better or the worse. If we have a very low self-esteem, we might not feel confident enough in ourselves to work toward whatever motivates us. Nick spoke on this subject as well, proclaiming that our own self-confidence issues can cause us to lose motivation. Another thing that affects our emotions and ultimately affects what motivates us is stress. Our emotions can cause us to stress. On our journey to reach our goals, we are going to run into stress. It's inevitable. It is how we react to stress that will determine if we can stay motivated or not. Most of the time, people's first reaction when they start to get stressed is to just give up. When you give up, it can lead to sadness and even depression and other mental health issues. Nick talked about how hard it is to pick yourself back up after you have become discouraged and given up. Sometimes when you have given up, all you need is some encouragement from others to help you get back up and get back to it. Encouragement from others is a huge boost to your self-esteem, and it can motivate you to give your goals another shot. Even though we might be motivated to do something, we will always still face difficult obstacles on your journey to accomplish the goals that we have set for ourselves. Social pressure is one of the big obstacles that we must overcome at times to reach our goals. Social pressure is pressure that you receive from your peers. Sometimes your peers might pressure you into stuff that can lead you away from your goals. Social pressure is not always a bad thing and can be a good thing at times, but it is something that you need to watch out for. Conflict is also another thing that could be a roadblock in between you and your goals. If you run into conflict and you don't know how to approach it effectively, it can discourage you and make you doubt yourself. It can cause you to question if you are on the right path and maybe even cause you to give up on your goals. This is one of the new things that I have learned in this class. I have learned that when there is conflict, to not just get mad and give up. Instead, we should take an assertive stance towards conflict and figure out how to fix it. This is something that I really need to apply to my own life because I've always had a short temper, and when there is conflict, I would usually just get mad and not try to solve it. Everyone should be able to find motivation of some sort from Nick and his message. He is an inspiration to me because he is out loving life when he has plenty of excuses to be depressed and hate life because of his physical condition. What drives you, as seen from this essay, can be different of what motivates other people. We all have our goals that we have set for ourselves. We must not let our emotions cause us to lose motivation and not reach our goals. We all should take the motivation that we received from Nick's story and apply it to our lives. When obstacles get in the way of us and our goals, we need to use our motivation to overcome those obstacles. Nothing is too big to overcome to reach our dreams. We just have to keep pushing forward until we reach them.